Alontae, how are you feeling right now physically dealing with the injury that you had during the preseason?
I feel healthy, feel strong. Just got to continue to stack the days, continue to build that confidence mentally. I think other than that, like, I feel pretty good.
What did you do to stay mentally ready, even though you weren't able to get the reps, with the new system and everything?
Yeah, I really just try to stay tapped in. Watch film. Kind of go to some of the meetings that I can make it to. I think the hardest part about being injured is not being around your guys. You kind of feel in a way left out. You miss one meeting, you kind of feel like you're way behind. So I try to just stay tapped in with the guys and go to those meetings when I could, when I wasn't rehabbing. But the guys has been open arms and kind of checking on me and things like that, which allowed me to stay locked in.
How ready do you feel for week one?
I don't know. We'll see. I feel like I've been very intentional about this. Don't want to get out there too early. You got a long season. Definitely want to play though. Definitely want to be with the guys and go out there and prove it. But we'll see.
How hard has that been to be patient and try to trust that process, make sure you're healthy?
Super patient. I know when it was on the field, DeMario, and then it was like, we see you itching over there, wanting to get out there. And this was probably going into the last preseason game. But injuries are things that you can't control. But for me, in my situation, it's very frustrating. But I've been, praying a lot. Like I said, staying connected with the guys, staying connected with my family, my friends. And, they've kind of kept me up and going. And so, like I said, I've just been very intentional, making sure I'm doing the right things and, pushing my body when I need to push it. And letting the trainers know that I can go a little bit more if I can. And so it's been good.
Speaking of health, what do you expect from a healthy Kyler Murray on Sunday?
I mean, he's done it for a while now, right? A guy who can run the ball, throw the ball, can throw anywhere on the field, regardless of his size. But, I think he'll be ready to come out there and play, but I think we'll also be ready to go play.
How crazy is it just when you think back to when you got here, the guys that were in the secondary, as opposed to who's here now? Just a complete changeover.
Yeah, I came into a loaded DB room when I got here, and with JT being gone, it kind of leaves me as far as what that group looked like. But super excited about the guys we have. I know I built a really good relationship with Kool-Aid, and so having them and having Ike come back and things like that, I don't feel like I'm alone in there, even though it's a lot of new faces, but. The room looks different, and I'm only in year 4. It's the nature of the business, it's how it goes. But like I said, we're gelling together. We'll be ready.
Do you try to be like a bridge at all, from the old culture to this culture, bring some of the good lessons from then into this group? Are you like a leader in that room now, kind of?
Yeah, I think I learned a lot from those guys, and the guys who've come into the room, they came from places they've learned a lot too. So we all just kind of gel those things that we've learned together and just bring it into our DB room. But the Saints always brings the right-minded guys here. I think everybody that's here are the same-minded people that we had before, right? So dogs, guys who don't go play hard, got that swag. I think, like I said, we haven't really missed a step, I would say. A lot of people probably think so, but this room is really special.
What makes you and Kool-Aid click so well?
I don't know, man. I think it probably comes a little bit from, that Southern lifestyle. And then, him coming from Bama with that Nick Saban system. And then, me being with Jeremy Pruitt at Tennessee with that system. So when we came in, communication-wise, we kind of related things to the Bama calls or Tennessee calls. And from there, we just kind of clicked. We hang out off the field. We kick it. So super excited for him and the role that he has this year.
Do you guys complement each other, play style-wise as well? Is there kind of a yin and yang too?
Yeah. Kool-Aid, like I said, he got that swag. Kool-Aid, he's probably a little more rah-rah. And I think I was a lot more rah-rah my rookie year. I think I kind of calmed down a little bit from that. But, Kool-Aid kind of keeps me in that balance, though. He'll bring that spark out of me when he feels like I need it. But I think we kind of, can keep each other mentally there in the game. And, he make a play, I got to go make a play. I make a play, he got to go make a play.
And with your injury, too, going back to that, was it something you felt right away? How did you kind of discover that?
Yeah, I felt it right away. Played 2 more plays and then just kind of told the trainers what it was. I try to tough it out. But I'm glad that, we went and got imaging and we went through the process that we went through so I can go out there and just be the better version of myself.
So that was in that final practice before the Chargers game?
Yeah.
Did the summer allow you to slow play it at all, or was this always going to be a multi-week?
Me, I just want to be on the field, man, so I don't think I was going to slow play anything. Like I said, I just wanted to make sure I was intentional with my process and making sure I communicate with the training staff the right way and not try to be too strong, too tough because, like I said, we got 17, 18 games, right? So you can come back week 1, but if you out by week 4, it didn't matter. So I just want to make sure I'm available for the guys. If it's week 1 through 17, then it's that.
Was this the schedule? Like, are you on schedule with what was originally kind of presented to you?
No, I'm way ahead of that.
You're ahead of
But like I said, just intentional and praying and making sure I do my part and being open in communication.
How excited are you to kind of get started on this, like where you're in a defense where you could really be like one of the identifying pieces of what Staley wants to do?
Super excited, man. I think I was having a pretty solid camp with the system, and I was getting very comfortable in there. Being back out on the field today with the guys, there was some rust I had to knock off, but I'm super excited, man. I think Staley's going to put everybody in the right position to go make a lot of plays from the outside, from the inside, from the D-line. Super excited to see what we can do. All 11 of our starters out there for a full game. You kind of got a taste of it preseason, but come Sunday, you kind of get to see it going for sure.
I feel like it's a dumb question, but like, do you feel like you're in a good position to show everyone like what you want to show them and what you can do and all that stuff?
Yeah, I got a pretty good chip on my shoulder going into this year. A lot to prove, but I'm ready for it and excited.
How does the kind of the energy and
Thanks a lot.
anticipation surrounding week 1 under a new regime compare to anything that you've experienced since you turned pro?
I think, all my experiences in life has kind of prepared you for stuff like this. What I mean by that is, at Tennessee going in my senior year, we had a whole new coaching staff change, and, we went out there and played our first game. And, I mean, you kind of buy in. You got a lot of time to build. And, here you don't have to worry about class and meetings and stuff like that. So, we had a lot of time to build camaraderie. We did a lot of things off the field. And so I think as far as us being ready for this game and you can talk about the excitement, but I think guys are just ready to go play ball with one another for 4 quarters and just kind of see what we have as a team.
Yeah, there's a lot of curiosity, isn't there, when you have new staff, new system, a lot of new players, just to see what it's going to look like in a season game.
Yeah, in practice, though, we have a lot of good chemistry. I think we communicate very, very well. I think guys fly around, and we feed off each other every single practice and play. So now it's kind of ready to go see that in a dome and see like a full dome and see, the fans and just see how excited these guys are, because I know the fan base is excited about the change. So yeah.
Did you see the other day that it was floating around on Twitter, but like you hold the most all-time sacks for a guy in a number 1 jersey?
Yeah, I seen that. But Micah Parsons, who Micah Parsons is, and that's his job, right, to go get sacks. So he'll definitely beat me there. But I'm gonna for sure, try to add some numbers to that for sure.
When you played for Tennessee, would you have envisioned one of your best friends in the pros being an Alabama guy?
Nah, not really. But I also didn't think too much about it. But yeah,
They hate each other.
on the field for sure. But those are some good guys over there too. Yeah.
So you were roommates with Bayless.
I was.
What was that like, and now being on the same team?
It was exciting. It kind of like was a process. It was like, I think, my senior year. We both declared for the draft that year, and so he's having Zoom calls with different teams. I'm having Zoom calls with different teams. We're communicating like what round we're gonna go or what we think we're gonna go, and but to kind of see that full circle, it's pretty dope. I'm super excited for him. He's been a little different journey than mine, but he's here and he's putting his head down. He's working, so excited for him to embrace that journey and being close to home too, so family can come see him play. So just Vol boys being Vol boys.
He said that you guys had a lot of competitions on the field, and he won all of them.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would definitely wouldn't believe that at all, and yeah, I wouldn't believe that. Though.
He also says he's the fastest guy on the team.
I don't know. We all got a race. We've been talking about that since I got here with
So
me,
you're throwing
Sheed, and
yourself in the
Chris.
mix?
With what?
Speed.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely top 5. Yeah, I'm top 5. Ain't nobody. Might be top 3 for sure.